Welcome to Soul Tales Daily, where simple stories echo deep emotions, joy, sorrow, greed, and glimpses of humanity. Stay a while, maybe you'll find yourself in one of them. Right finger hit subscribe and make every day a story to remember. Dizzy. It is said that there are souls who are destined to meet, and destiny will weave a magical tapestry for them, among the most romantic colors of life. Provence, France, where the lavender fields stretch endlessly like a purple velvet carpet, is where Lucas chose to bury his pain. He is a talented painter, but his life has been filled with gray shades since his love broke up. The artist hides in an old stone house, befriending paintings filled with melancholy. Each stroke of the brush seems to be anxiously searching for something lost. One afternoon, in the midst of the orange sunset on the flowers, a pure figure appeared. She sat in the middle of the purple sea, her white dress like a drifting cloud, her golden hair loose, sparkling like the threads of sunlight. Her face was as beautiful as a sculpture, but her eyes sparkled with life, mischievous like the stars at night. She was Marie, and her radiant smile planted a warm ray of light into Lucas's frozen heart. From that day on, the first conversations began. Amidst the sweet scent of lavender and the whispering wind, Lucas listened to Marie tell stories about fairy tales, about carrier pigeons, or simply about the little things in life. The artist, who had only seen dark colors, suddenly felt new colors, the blue of hope, the pink of love, and the romantic purple of the fields. His life, after many years of sadness, now began to be painted again. With the appearance of Marie, the dark colors on Lucas' canvas gradually disappeared. He no longer painted his pain, but began to paint her. Every painting was filled with light. Marie's smile was brighter than the sun, her hair sparkled like sunlight, and her eyes became stars in the sky. "I don't paint what I see, I paint what I feel," Lucas said to Marie, his voice warm, filled with blossoming love. The painting was not only a work of art, but also a secret confession from him to her. Marie felt the sincerity in his heart, and from then on, she fell in love with him. Their love grew gradually, quietly but firmly. They watched the sunrise together in the fields, and together they harvested the most beautiful flowers to decorate the small house. Lucas had found his muse, who breathed life into every stroke of his painting. As for Marie, she had found a love big enough to protect her pure soul. Happiness continued to flow until one day, a luxurious car stopped in front of the small house. From it stepped out a noble woman, dressed splendidly but with a cold and arrogant face. She was Helena, Lucas's former fiancée. She came to reclaim what she believed still belonged to her. Lucas used to be a famous painter, but Helena, a woman with great ambition, forced him to give up his passion for art to engage in lucrative business deals. She wanted Lucas to become a rich man with social status to serve her ambition. Lucas fell in love with Helena and was immersed in that world, but then he realized he was losing himself. Unable to continue living a soulless life, he chose to give up everything, leave Helena and the glamorous world to find peace again. Now, Helena has found him. Her cold eyes swept over Marie with contempt, and she let out a possessive sentence: "He was mine, and will always be mine." Helena's words were like a knife stabbing straight into Marie's heart. She had heard vaguely about his past, but never imagined it to be so tragic. The fear that had been quietly sleeping inside her suddenly arose strongly. Was Lucas's love big enough to overcome the past and the return of that woman? Uncertainty crept in. Marie ran away, leaving Lucas in a daze. "Why did you run away, Marie?" Lucas chased after her. In the middle of the vast lavender fields, Marie sobbed, tears blurring her eyes. I'm afraid you'll leave me again, like the way you left your past. I'm afraid you'll disappear again, like the wind blowing everything away." Marie's words were filled with pain and worry, because for her, Lucas's easy abandonment of the past could also become a reason for him to abandon the present. Lucas held Marie tightly, holding her close. Amidst the wind and the scent of flowers, he spoke to her with all his sincerity. "I made mistakes, but now I have found my path. It is not fame or money, but the light in your eyes, the scent of lavender and our laughter. I will never leave you alone again." His words, strong and gentle, soothed her fear. Lucas gently placed a painting in Marie's hands. It was a portrait he had just completed, the most beautiful work he had ever painted. In it, there was not only Marie's image, but also his soul and his love. The light of hope shone in her eyes. The painting was a promise, a healing. When Marie looked at the painting, she saw not only herself, but also Lucas's love and steadfastness. She knew that their love was strong enough to overcome all doubts and fears. As the sun set, they held hands and walked down the path covered with lavender petals. 3 months later, a small wedding took place in the middle of the field. Marie wore a pure white dress, a wreath of lavender in her hair. Lucas held her hand tightly, and gave her a ring made of silver, with a sparkling amethyst stone. Their vows were not flowery words, but simple as their love, strong and sincere. They found peace, not by running away, but by facing the past. They found safety, not by hiding, but by believing in love. They walked, together, and their love story became an eternal legend of this countryside, like a strong and magical thread of fate. Life may bring scars, but true love has the power to heal all wounds. Don't run from the past, face it and find happiness in unexpected places. Thank you for listening to this story. If you love stories about love and hope, please subscribe to the channel to discover more meaningful stories.